Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is the final video for my camper setup series. If you're new here, hi, my name's Nissa and I make videos about motherhood and homemaking. I'm a thrifter and a DIYer. My family and I are from Pennsylvania and we have this camper by the Jersey Shore. We have had this camper for 3 years now and it is our happy place. However, it is on a seasonal campsite and we can only use the camper in the summer and have to close it up in the winter. So my husband and I came down here so we could try and set up the camper as much as possible before we bring our kids down. The campground requests that you do not leave your furniture set up outside of your site in the winter so that they can do site maintenance and cleaning during the winter season. So we pile all of our furniture on our back deck and there were so many leaves that got on it. Sadly, this is kind of a small space and it is hard to work in, so I have to do everything in phases to move all the furniture and then blow all the leaves. While I am doing all of this, my husband is checking on our plumbing and electric just to make sure that there was no damage on it during the winter. We did have a very rough winter in Pennsylvania and New Jersey with a ton of snow. Thankfully, he didn't find much damage other than one hose just needed to be replaced, which wasn't a difficult job. When I flipped this kid's picnic table over, it had so many leaves stuck to the bottom of it and was filled with so much water. I actually ended up realizing that one of the legs were broken and decided to just throw it out afterwards. And sadly, it looks like our grill cover didn't make it through the winter, so I did go ahead and order another one of those. Now that I have most of the furniture off the deck, I'm going to go ahead and blow the leaves all off. I don't know why there were a couple of rags on the deck, but there they were, and I'm just going to throw them out because they've probably been sitting out here in the winter all season long. Getting our campsite completely cleaned up was so much work, but I will say leaf blowing is one of my favorite things to do. I just find it so satisfying. If you are curious what the inside of our camper looks like, I did post 2 videos prior to this one, cleaning our sunroom and cleaning the actual camper itself. So definitely go ahead and check those out if you're interested. I thought it made the most sense to start from the back and work my way to the front with the leaves because we are allowed to leave all of our leaves in the street and the workers at the campground will come and pick them up for us, which I'm so grateful for because bagging leaves I think is just so gross. Once I had all the leaves off of our site, I wanted to move to the back area of our camper. We have an outdoor kitchen, which is so helpful in the summer because we can do a lot of our cooking outside, and we like to use this fridge for drinks and meat. Sadly though, there was some mold that grew in here over the winter, so I wanted to go ahead and spray it down with some vinegar. Apparently, if you spray mold with vinegar and let it sit for 15 minutes, it kills the mold, and then you can go ahead and wipe it all up. So that's just what I'm doing now. campground workers will also collect any other debris or old material that you have. So I just put this old plant outside since it obviously was dead and the pot was broken. Getting this outside space set up took a couple of days. We are now on to day 2 and my husband is here to help me. So much furniture needed to be moved around out here, so I am grateful for his help because I do not think I could have done it all by myself. We bought this dog fence last year from Amazon, and while we do have a dog, we really bought it for our kids so that we can keep them out of the street and in our sight. Our kids are 5, 3, and 2 and will wander away if they are not supervised, and I just get nervous about them being near the street. I spend a lot of time down here alone with the kids, and I really appreciate just having the fence because it does draw set boundaries and it helps me have peace of mind when we are outside all together, that if I turn my back, I know that they are going to stay in one spot. It did come with a gate as well, so it's easy to get in and out of our site with that, and it just stakes in the ground super easily. I love it, and I think I'm going to buy a couple more panels for the back part of our site. I'm just holding it still and making sure that it's straight, and then my husband is going to go ahead and hammer all of the stakes into the ground. So you know how I mentioned before that I'm a thrifter, I also am a trash picker. I trash picked this welcome sign and along with the lighthouse that I'm going to put next to it. The basket of the welcome sign is a little damaged, but I put these flowers in it and they're growing over and they're going to drape and cover it up, so I don't really care. We're not down here all the time and this is a camper, so does it really matter if everything is perfect and super nice? No, not really. We're here because we want to go to the beach and we love the beach. I also bought this entire furniture set off of Facebook Marketplace for $200 and it did come with the cushions. And while I'm just going at it and telling you how passionate I am about thrifting and trash picking and buying things secondhand, my entire outfit is also purchased secondhand. The sweatshirt or crew neck is literally J. Crew. The jeans are some boho brand, and I think they're both really cute. No shame. Just telling you a little bit more about myself, I am also a minimalist when it comes to clothing, and I did do a minimalist wardrobe reset, so go ahead and check out that video if you're interested in that. I am planning on doing another video like that soon because I have switched up my wardrobe since then. Last year, my husband actually had the brilliant idea to buy this girl gazebo from Sam's Club. He put cedar planks on the back of it and we use it as a TV stand. Because we have one of the smaller sites on the campground, we didn't have a ton of room to put a full-size gazebo, so this girl one actually works out perfectly. And since all the sites in the campground are covered with these tiny little stones, they're really hard to walk on under your feet and can be very painful. My kids take their shoes off all the time, so I like to have these mats that I set out so they have something flat and smooth to walk on. This was literally such a long day and I was so tired. I never have coffee in the afternoon, but this was one of those days I just needed a second cup. Now we are just laying out the second mat. We actually have a mat that goes underneath of the fire pit as well to protect these mats that you use for walking on so that they don't burn. Last year we actually kept the water table closer to the seating area and the fire pit over here, But we wanted to try having the fire pit closer to the seating area this year so that way we could watch movies and have a fire going at the same time. However, I am a little nervous with the fire pit being too close to the gazebo, so we will see how it goes. Thankfully, it is a movable fire pit, and if it doesn't work out here, we can always switch it around. I never knew you could put hostas into a pot until I became a member of this campground, but people have them all around and they seem to do really well. These came back from last year and they look amazing. I got this plant stand from Aldi and I wanted to put a hosta on the other side of this TV stand, gazebo, whatever you want to call it, just so that they look a little bit more balanced. I have this really pretty macrame and it's so long. I need to get a pot that is the right size for it, but for right now, I'm just gonna hang it up on the tree. It sometimes feels like things are never done down here at the camper, even back at home, but I have this little sticky pad that I'm gonna put on the front door to hang my wreath up. But like I was saying, I just feel like there's always something that needs to be done down here. My deck is fading and it needs a fresh stain. I need to get my flower pots in order. And I don't even know, I'm gonna find definitely a ton more things that I think need to be done throughout the year. But I had my husband set up our little umbrella. He's gonna empty out this toy box we had in front of our site, and we put all of our beach toys and pool toys in it last year, and I'm gonna do the same this year, but I wanted to move it back behind the gate because the kids kept trying to sneak out and get their toys out of the box last summer. And I just feel like if we have the box back here, I won't have to worry about them trying to sneak off of our site. Toys don't last forever, so we wanted to take a minute just to go through what we had here to see what needed to get rid of and what we need to replace. Also, I probably sound like a broken record, but this deck box was trash picked and the lid does sometimes pop off, but it still is in really good shape, so we're just going to keep using it until it's officially done. My husband and I are now going to set up our picnic table. If you're wondering, his name is Josh. I feel like I just keep calling him my husband. Moving on to the following day, I have some lights and decorations that I want to put up outside of the camper. I know I'm literally wearing the same outfit and my hair is just different, but like I said, I'm a minimalist. This actually was like a week later and I just love these clothes so much that I just put them on again. Like I said before, setting up the outside of our camper really does take a lot of time and it happens over the course of the entire summer. It seems like Last year I had 2 planters on either side of the gate that I have actually in the corner of this clip. However, the bottom of the one planter completely broke out, so I am nervous to move it without having all the soil go everywhere, so I want to get new planters. So right now I'm just putting the lights in the ground, and I used to have a welcome mat in front of the fence gate as well, but that faded a lot, so I think I want to get a new one. Definitely consider liking and subscribing if you love decorating videos. I want to decorate the inside of my camper and make it like a cute beach themed. I'm thinking about painting the walls, and then in the sunroom I really want to hang some nice long soft curtains. As you can see in the window of the sunroom right now, we just have really cheap blinds and they let a lot of light in. We actually have people sleep in our sunroom sometimes because the couch in there is a pull-out to a queen-size bed, and I feel like in the summertime the sun starts to rise around 5:30 and the sunroom just gets really bright really early. Anyway, I got these little like flower pokes that I got from the dollar store last year, and I just am sticking them in between each corner connection of this gate. I really wish I had like a better term that I could call that, but my lingo, my vocabulary is very slim. I actually am dyslexic, if you're wondering. If you ever think like, oh, she like doesn't pronounce her words like very clearly, part of it could be because I have dyslexia in reading and writing comprehension, and I did have to be in speech therapy when I was a kid. I'm also going to hang up this adorable pelican wing chime that I got last year, and I have this like kite flag sort of thing that I'm going to put on the corner of the sunroom. Part of me actually kind of regrets buying this American flag because it really does blow in your face. However, the campground gets like very patriotic in the summer because, you know, you have 4th of July, Memorial Day, and those are just huge summer holidays. So I don't know, I felt influenced to be a part of that, but I just feel like it's kind of an inconvenience, that particular flag that I picked out. But the last thing I am doing in this video is just going ahead and putting all of my cushions out and making this space super cozy. If you made it this far, I really hope you consider liking and subscribing, and that you come back for more of my camper videos. Alright, God bless!